Hello, Monster Man here, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires and part 16 of my Volkmar the Grim Patreon supporter campaign. Last time we had a poll which was, what wizard should we put into NUSSBACCCKEERRR's army? Now, some people pointed out that they thought he already had a wizard in his army, but nothing could be further. Why are we getting income from timber industry? Why is that? What the fuck? Anyway, it doesn't matter. The thing is that obviously what you thought was a wizard isn't, because he's actually a hairy owl. That's a self-statement. So that's not a wizard. Anyway, we've got
what brings you here?
Gavin. Gavin is going to go and scout. Now, more importantly, Carl's turned up. Indeed. Now, you might be asking, well, how? And I don't know. I just tried it and it worked. Fuck knows. Basically, I genuinely have no idea how, why, or when. So good. Carl's turned up. We've recruited Carl. Why not? May as well. So we've got Carl. We've got Balthazar over here. We've got lots of rats in the mountains we need to deal with. We've also got lots of chaos in the north. But hopefully they will also be dopping. Is that a dopping? Doming some nerds, I think, is something the kids say these days. So hopefully they'll be knocking out those vampires for us, which would be very, very nice. And it looks like the dwarves might be in some trouble, so we might have to send some assistance their way just in case. Hertwig. I guess be survivalists? Hello?
Foolish thing.
That's quite a scary army. I don't like that one. It's deeply now, Dirk, what are you? You're an assaulty boy. Okay, you assault people then. Assault people.
Grant me strength.
Now, I could go on the attack, but what I'm going to do is actually just look. We'll probably get spotted, but I'm just going to lure them in here, and if they come this way, we can kill them. If not, they might head and knock out the vampires for us, in which case, perfect. Either the vampires and chaos wipe each other out, even better. I mean, it's a win-win. I'm going to be a little bit more ballsy in this battle because I don't really see the need to use our normal choke points defense. So instead, we've actually got some units garrisoning the walls. So these orc big uns charging up the hill towards us, taking a lot of crossbow fire right in the face, along with the cannonballs, the mortars, all that kind of good stuff. Behind the walls, we have units of great swords and some swordsmen over there. We've got the halberdiers and the great cannons there, just in case they break through the gate. The idea being that as soon as they reach the walls, the crossbows will fall back. Then, because the AI likes to muster, so as it climbs up, it's going to take quite a while to get all the units up there. While that's happening, our crossbows down here will just be shooting wildly into their faces. And then, once they finally do decide to come down off the wall, or what remains of them decide to come down off the wall, the great swords will be there to deal with the shattered remnants of their forces. As you can see, they climb up onto the wall over here, looking, it's like, we've made it. It's like, nope, sorry. Crossbow boys are waiting for you. You're about to have a very bad day. Aren't you? You're waiting for your friends. Crossbows! And, of course, mortars. All that kind of good stuff. Yeah, you can see a lot of them now. See how much damage they're taking. Jeez. We do have an orc shaman that's currently trying to climb up the wall, and some light goblin archers climbing up the wall. Those mortar shots now coming in. Doing a lot of damage. The goblins have actually climbed up next to our general, or empire captain even. Can you do something about these goblins? Sir? 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 That's it, there we go. Go on, hit him. Come here, you little shits. Ugh. Got him. The other's like, You got this, buddy. I believe in you. That's it. Knock their heads off. They've only got little knives. You're fine. You'll be alright. That's it. Cut your way. That's it. There we go. Racking up the kills. Nice stuff. Meanwhile, the Black Orcs are taking an absolute pounding. Mortars and crossbow fire really whittling them down. Now, something you can do, because mortars have a minimum distance. So that's where they can't fire any further than that. Now, if you position your defences just behind that minimum radius, then you can always make sure that your boys are pretty much going to be always safe, because they'll never be able to fire onto them, because that minimum distance, they can't fire below that minimum distance. So that's a nice way you can sort of like protect them from their own mortar fire and make sure that the enemy is going to take the brunt of it. Someone's got hot flowing winds. And the Empire Captain is, yep, kicking the shit out of those Night Goblins. Really just just absolutely slaughtering them. The gate is taking damage. We do have some Snotling pump wagons trying to get their way through. The Orc Shaman has jumped in the middle of some swordsmen, has been stabbed to death. The Black Orcs, last unit now just being finished off there. This Orc army shouldn't have much left after this, to be honest. I'm fairly... Hopefully this will keep Taxgart safe for at least a couple of turns. But I swear, I'm going to have to do something about this. The fact they just continually throw... The fact that no one else has decided to pick a fight with them either. I'm going to have to send someone to deal with them, because this is getting silly. It's bloody insane, this. The Orc Shaman opened the door from the inside, and Snotling Pump Wagon's going to continue to attack. Almost down as the gate closes. It flies open again as the Pump Wagons finally manage to do enough damage to destroy it. Pump Wagons come straight into the... They do a lot... Despite the fact the Halberdiers are braced, it feels like the Snotling Pump Wagons do a lot of damage to them. They're very disruptive to a formation. Fortunately, we've got our cannon back here, firing widely into it, and our crossbows, having dealt with the Black Orcs, can now focus fire on those last few units, giving us yet another victory at Taxgart. Hooray! I'd say the likes of which the world has never seen, but they've seen about 50 of them, so... I'm going to have to do something about them. I cannot be fighting that battle every fucking 5 turns. It stopped being funny. It needs to be sorted. Right, we don't have the authority, so I'm going to assert independence for the moment. We're being raided, but that's not really a big deal. We've got Malagor, got some Beastie Boys fighting for our right to party, and hello, it's Stig of the Dump.
True servant of Sigma.
Now, do I want Carl here for the moment, really? Because
Tools of judgment.
I can't really use him, can I? What do you do? You are a noble, which means you give us more money, which is why you live here, I guess. So I guess you can cleanse corruption and scavenge, but to be honest, that's all you're ever going to do. Dog burglar's back. Good to know.
What do you want of me?
What do you do? You're also noble. Okay, well, you also live here.
Like my way. What do you require?
James, you're disciplined. You're in the army.
A time to heal.
Indeed, you get in there, and then we've got some magical support with Gavin. Thank God you're here, Gavin, because before all we had was a quite hairy owl, and he really wasn't...
I serve Sigma.
He wasn't doing it, was he? He wasn't pulling his weight. Do I get some Reiksguard? I feel like getting some Reiksguard. We've got a couple of rock... I could get cannon.
Dryrain whispers. I call thee relics of power. The Empire. Healing.
Okay.
Large lecture.
So that will take us... So, I mean, it's a little bit of artillery. We could probably do with a little bit more, but let's get some Reichsguards. They are not bad. They're quite expensive, though. They're pricey. They are quite pricey, but I think worth it. I'm tempted to get a Luminarch, but I think I'm going to get some more gunners. And then a Luminarch, because that takes 3 turns. 3 turns to recruit. Jesus. I'm going to be ready in 1. We can have 1 more unit, can't we? So let's go. Let's just get another Reichsguard. Let's do something like that, because then that army is fairly nice and rounded out. I'm pretty happy with that.
Do not waste my potential.
Oh no, not you.
Foolish thing.
Oh, you're the worst army. You're really... Oh god. You're like literally the worst. Okay, I can come down...
I go where the winds howl.
Noted. Tell you what, go into the city to replenish.
It is time.
Get the cloth. Now, if they do decide to attack Waldenhof,
Against council orders.
I mean, it's a hell of an army to deal with, but I think we might be okay if we have the walls to defend us. Maybe? It is decidedly dicey, I'll be honest. Let's get some monies. Let's see what's going on over here. Okay, so we've got a couple of stacks currently laying siege to Wolfenburg. Did we? Oh, Roderick got shanked, didn't he? I remember.
To the provinces.
I remember. Okay, you're fairly happy. I mean, we could go north and take out the Brass Keep. What's the vampiric corruption here like? So... Vampiric and Chaos corruption is increasing.
To strengthen the Empire.
Okay, if we do that, then the corruption is decreasing.
I will marshal the men.
We could actually help that along a little bit, because I'm fairly sure we've probably got some guys who... Untainted, perfect. Untainted, perfect. Campaign line of sight's not bad. I mean, Winds of Magic isn't the worst thing to have, in all honesty. Income from trade faction wide, also not bad. Do you actually have any magical support? Holy shit! Maybe that's what I was thinking about. I mean, no, because obviously it was an owl, not a wizard. Let's. What was the second most voted for? Reds, yes. Which makes sense because red's pretty good. Perceptive or Imperious? I mean, Imperious is terrible. Perceptive is not the worst thing. Ebon.
Ready to burn them.
Good. Like the hustle. Get Arcane Conduit. Let's get Flamestorm. We'll get you in that army. That army has 19 in it, which means that's perfect, actually. That's a perfect number. I mean, the army's not the best we have, but it is adequate for stuff. I could... Now, I kind of want them to take out Wolfenburg for me. Because that will kill Manfred and remove Manfred as a threat.
Do not betray me, mortal.
That army's trash and not a problem to deal with.
Volkmar.
Now, I haven't seen any other Chaos stacks. That doesn't mean they're there. But I'm fairly happy with potentially... We could just, like, hit...
No.
Problem is I can't see how far you can travel.
The righteous hammer of Sigmar. Sigmar watches over.
Okay, we're gonna scooch over here.
Sigmar has heard
do something like that. I think we should be fine. He says, unsure that that is true. But I'm sure it's fine.
Seek out the heretics.
Indeed.
Forward.
I don't know how well Belagard's doing, but they are laying siege to Mount Gubbinz.
White dwarf.
That's not the best army, to be honest. I feel like whenever I am allies with the dwarves, they always seem to have trash armies. Whenever I'm fighting them, it always seems to be iron breakers and fucking organ guns. All the fucking time. Do we want local militia? Improved cavalry. Let's get improved cavalry armor. Sure, let's do something like that. Well, not quite. I was kind of worried you might do that. It says we can kick the shit out of all of you, though. The problem is I don't know where you are and who's attacked me. I'm going to pull back. Nope, apparently you can still attack me. Fine, whatever. I swear, if these bastards have attacked me rather than attacking Manfred, I'm going to be so annoyed. I'm going to be fuming. And you know they have. Ugh. Okay, so we've got two waves. Now, I've got Zinter's Reiksguard hiding in the forest here because I want them to take out the Hell Cannon, but I need to really wait until the second Hell Cannon arrives, which means I can't really use them until that happens. We'll have to make do without. Meanwhile, the Knights of Kusu are mustering with our two... What they call? Warrior Priests, that's it. I know what they're called. So we've got some Chaos Knights advancing on our left flank. In the forest, we've got several units of infantry advancing. Lots of units advancing on Volkmar, but Volkmar's like, yeah, whatever, bring it, bitch. Volkmar's gonna preach the balls out of them. We also have a Chaos Giant approaching. Some Chaos Knights charging towards our line, but taking a lot of damage as they advance. And then they turn around and decide to go and try and fight Volkmar instead, which of course is a terrible decision, because Volkmar brings the love of Sigmar to you all. Just so happens that love hurts. Meanwhile, in the forest, we've got blobs attacking, and the Knights of Queso are kind of locked into combat. Warrior Priests are dropping bombardments all over the place. We've got spells coming in. There's a big old blob of units trying to break through. In comes a penumbral pendulum as well, cutting its way through that front line, just decimating it. Breaking most of those units. I really should have pulled the Knights of Queso out of there, to be honest. They took a lot of damage, and they really didn't need to. Got some nasty big blobs of infantry attacking our front line. The Flagellants holding them back. Of course, they will die to the last, should they need to. More bombardment coming in. Volkmar has killed 60 so far. And has done 7... You know, not as much damage value as I thought, but he has tanked a lot of stuff while the guns have just been able to pick them off. The Emperor's Wrath is doing a lot of damage to these Chaos Warriors, carving cannonballs through that unit. And also some Flagellants. It's probably fine, don't worry about it. Last few Chaos Warrior units being cut down. Got some Chosen, and the Senior Bingo Club are dealing with them, but the Knights of Queso are going to come back to help out, backed up by those Warrior Priests, who have been tanking a lot of stuff with their face. Which is good stuff.
Mind their tentacles.
Yeah, do mind the tentacles, please. Don't let them get... Oh no! Ganner's Golden Hounds. We do have a couple of casters. There's a Sorcerer Lord. 2 Sorcerer Lords in the mix over here we need to deal with. The Chaos Warriors are finally broken. Flagellants to survive that. The first army is pretty much dealt with. A few units rallying, coming back to the fight. The Hell Cannon actually hasn't done an awful lot of damage. Only 3 kills so far, which is very, very minor. I was expecting to do more, but I guess hiding in the trees does have its benefits. And also it hasn't been particularly accurate anyway. Some Chaos Trolls. the last gasp of that first wave. But here comes that Chaos Sorcerer Lord. He charges straight into our guns like a dick. He did take half, like 50% damage. And I've buffed them up with entrenchment to try and give them a little bit more physical resistance. I need to get some units over there to help. I need to get my warrior priests over to help. We're luring these Chaos Trolls across our gun line. See, the Hell Cannon just not doing very much, which is great. That second wave is incoming, though. We have to be careful of that one. It looks like it's aiming mostly for the Emperor's Wrath, which is fine, because it's not going to do a lot of damage there. The Sorcerer Lord has finally been picked on by someone his own size. The Warrior Priests now pummeling him into submission, which is good. Happy with that. I mean, Grand Elf here got 60, the sexiest amount of kills, 69. He's done a lot of damage value. He's done some very good work. Very pleased with his contribution. That second Hell Cannon is finally moving into range, and Zinter's Right Guard are just waiting for the moment to sprint. How have you managed to kill one thing? What the fuck did you kill? Someone run into you and you just stabbed it. Anyway, the enemy lord is dead. Got shot in the back as he ran away. Excellent. Knights of Queso unfortunately got attacked by some Chosen, who have also killed, well, they had killed 69. And that means Knights of Queso are not going to be doing very well. They are going to start running away. The Chosen, I kind of missed that. All this infantry, though, is in range of our mortars now, so we can start raining mortar fire down on their heads. Which is nice. Obviously not for them. Okay, I'm going to bring Zinter's Right Guard in to knock out those Hell Cannons. It looks like a lot of these guys aren't super happy, especially with being bombarded. I reckon this army is close to breaking, so we just need to do a little bit more damage. Taking out the Hell Cannon will help a lot as well, because I think that boosts up the power ranking quite a bit. So if we take that out, then yeah, that won't be a problem anymore. That'll push the army towards breaking even more. If we can just do a little bit of fire, if we can do a lot of damage very, very quickly, then that should have the desired effect. Zinter's Right Guard now charging towards the Hell Cannon. The Hell Cannon swinging to try and get a shot on them, but it's not going to be able to. Some units actually moving back to try and intercept us, but too little, too late. You, my friend, are fucked. Eat it, dwarf dweebs. Okay, they are out of here. Meanwhile, a large blob of units attacking our left flank. I've moved Volkmar over here to weather the storm. The Warrior Priest and Volkmar are going to hold out together. Going to concentrate the fire from the mortars on top of them, and we're going to hit them with lots of stuff at the same time. See Volkmar getting as much of an audience as possible. So that we can really bring down the house. So there's the bombardments. There's the banishments. Penumbral Pendulum. Lots of damage coming in all at once, which is going to cause these units a huge... There we go. You can see the massive amounts of morale shock dumps on top of them, and that's just enough to break the entire enemy army, sending them... I mean, they're actually fairly intact, but they just did not like what just happened. Apparently, Sigmar's love is too much for them. We're going to bring Grand Elf in to drop some smells on their heads, and Zinter's Right Guard, of course, are fresh and ready to pick off as many Chaos units as possible. Make sure as few as Chaos Warriors leave the battlefield as possible. I don't think they really wanted to pick that fight, but they did, and they paid for it. Anything else, or is that it? Okay, as long as they've got enough strength... Oh, God. What's not necessarily the best. As long as they've got enough strength to take out Manfred. Because if they've wasted everything... Oh, for fuck's sake. Again? Guys, have we learned nothing? God, I really need to do something about this. This is beyond the joke now. How many battles have I fought here? I swear it must be in the double figures by now. I genuinely have lost count. Anyway, I mean, this is the second this episode. Jesus. Anyway, so I need to sort this out. I need to sort this faction out. They're just getting on my tits now. I'm half tempted to just drop an army in Helgard just to dissuade them from attacking it. Like, go and pick a fight with someone else. Anyone else. I don't give a shit. Just fight someone else. Anyway, so here comes some Black Orcs, as is tradition. Scurrying their way towards our choke points. Yeah, more Black Orcs. In fact, there's quite a lot of Black Orcs in this army, which is a little bit concerning. I'm a little bit worried that this could go quite badly, actually, because there's a lot of stuff that hits all at once. Include Orc board chariots, Snotling pump wagons. They've also got several characters and a cast. I mean, this could potentially go badly. I'm fairly sure we've got this, but I just feel like by now someone else should have declared war on this faction. You know?
Weapons out, lads! Time for fighting!
On the line, here comes the rest of them through the gates. Here come the Snotling pump wagons. I'm a little bit worried about them because they are very disruptive to you. Jesus Christ, they just piled straight through.
As long as we draw breath,
My front line just disappeared. Jesus. Okay, that's not that. Right, they're right into the right. I need to get the great swords in here. That's bad. The Black Orcs are bad enough without bloody units disrupting my line. I mean, luckily they get surrounded, so they should get picked off fairly quickly, but still. Good grief. Right, mortars. I need mortars concentrating their fire on these Black Orcs. Take them out ASAP. We do have our knights either side here, just in case we need them. We should be fine. More mortar fire, please. Thank you. Oh god, that bloody shaman. There he is. He's almost dead as well. He only got 649 health left. Should have finished him off. The crossbows are, I mean, elite crossbows at this point, let's be honest here, because they've killed a shit ton of orcs in their time. And of course, the last time I auto-resolved Helmgart, the city exploded, so I had to resettle it, which was kind of annoying. Maybe I should stick Carl in it and just leave him there. Give him something to do. Okay, the Black Orcs are taking an absolute pounding. We've managed to stabilise somewhat. They still have units, but the balance of power has shifted in our favour. We have a lot more units. And oh my god, Fanatics! No! No, there's so much jam! If I tried this, the Fanatics would instantly despawn. They've got... Oh, look at this bullshit. How many did you... How many... Oof. Okay, it wasn't too much. It wasn't too much. It would have been worse had they, like, done a cross. Had they done that, that would have been absolutely devastating. Good grief. Oof. I should play Goblins again. Okay, this mortar's doing some fantastic work, as per usual. I mean, they should do, because every single battle we fight, they kill a lot. Oh, we need to deal with the River Troll Hag. She needs to be dealt with. Quite tanky. Their stats are terrible. They do debuff people when they hit them. Okay, we're focusing fire on the enemy war boss. I'm hoping if we take him out, the rest of the army should break. It's like we do have some light goblin archers heading in this direction, but that's probably fine. There's not many of them. A lot of these units are wavering. Just need to pick off that orc war boss, and I think we should be fine. Let's get those crossbows to concentrate that fire. That should do it. Right. Now, what to do about this annoyance? I really need to... I cannot keep fighting that same battle again and again and again. It doesn't even give me much. Like, just some extra cash. Ostermark emerges? Really? Okay, fine. Right, you still get them under siege. Good.
The instrument of Sigmar's will.
Yes. Okay. You can die. Now, do I get... No, I do not get on with you. Noted. What about if I take Zavrasta? Well, I could take Kislev, couldn't I? I was going to take Kislev. So, okay, let's do this.
Sigmar, grant me strength.
Let's do that. Telsian 2 can get that for no particular reason. I can't believe they're still alive. Honest to God.
It is for the best.
Is it?
Pick up the pace.
Right.
This will bolster the nation.
I defy you.
That's just skeletons and zombies. That's no threat. Chaos are taking... Well, can they take... They threw 2 armies at me, whereas they could have hit Wolfenburg, but they decided to hit me instead because they're dicks. Also, we're under siege over here.
Not enough warpstone.
So you say.
Show me the accused.
Can you assault people? Tell me you can assault people. You can. 58% chance. Come on. Come on, Carlara. I believe in you.
I think not.
Fair enough.
They will be judged.
I guess block him. There's no particular reason to block him, but it'll make me feel a little bit better. I mean, not much better, but there we go. Can we get more Empire Captains? This gives more public orders, not bad. Disciplined isn't the worst thing to... You know what? You know what? Disciplined, actually, a disciplined Empire Captain could be pretty legit. So, let's do something like that. But we're also going to get you.
The Empire!
And you're going to assault units and just know how to do that really well, because that will help deal with that big old scary stack. Why have you still not attacked it? They don't have much of a garrison. You can just walk in there. You've got fucking miners. They're siege assault boys. Just get in there, you oh, God damn it.
Champion of the faith.
God damn it. Right. Okay, right, NUSSBACCCKEERRR's army is good to go.
Cleanse the air. A time to heal.
So, do we...
Sigmarite Archlector.
Right, here's the poll for next time. Do we declare war on Norsca? Now, we're not currently at war with Norsca, but we could be, and we could take Marienburg. Alternatively, we could go down, we could take this army down to Massive Orkel and just stop the incessant attacks on Taxgart. I mean, to be fair, the garrison here is fucking elite. I've never really had a garrison with gold chevrons on before. But these crossbow boys, they've killed a lot of orcs. They've had to. It's incessant. It's insane is what it is. I mean, a Hellstorm rocket battery would be... Actually, you know what? That's actually slightly worse than... than mortars, I feel like. Is it? Well, I guess it's generally fine. I don't know. I don't know. Interesting. I mean, the handguns are nice, so there is that. Luon.
You ask for a boon.
Well, basically, I just want some trade agreements with people.
I stand if men of the Empire.
Why is it so hard to make friends?
Ready. And what can the Dawi do
I've got
for
this
you?
in my Calador campaign. I'm literally, I'm desperate for trade agreements, and I'm struggling to get them. All right, well at least we got a trade agreement with the bloody dwarves. That's something, I guess. Jesus Christ, like pulling bloody teeth with these people.
And what can the Dawi do for you on this
Like
fine day?
I am killing warriors of chaos, clan rictus, vampires, greenskins. I'm doing it all, and they're still like, well, I don't know if I want to trade with you. Never mind. I guess I'll have to wait until next time. So the poll, Marienburg or Massive Orcal for NUSSBACCCKEERRRR. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.